Always helps to turn your microphone on. Always helps. And this doesn't work when you don't have music playing. Hey, guys, it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for the Snark Lounge. And boy, do we have a good show for you guys tonight. Tonight, we are going to introduce an exclusive, a pair that have, to the best of my knowledge, wait, I don't have the ding sound, ding, have never been on a live stream before, at least not on the Snark Lounge. And as you know, 100% of people who have been on the Snark Lounge have never died and therefore may be immortal. Maybe. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and bring in my guest today. Of course, my lovely better half. Wait, my banner's still going there. Why is the banner? Stop the banner. No banner. No banner needed. So my lovely better half. It's Bunny. How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm good. She looks pretty awesome tonight, don't you think? Everyone say, yes, definitely. And of course, I want to bring on I would say the myth, the legends, plural, and there. Everyone, welcome. Hello, Uncle Foreigner.
Hello.
What?
It's us.
It's him. They're live. They're not figments of our imagination. Or
no.
I should probably ask, are you a figment of my imagination?
Yes.
I'll never tell.
We're mysterious.
I am wearing pants though, per your crawl.
All my best imaginations keep telling me that. So I asked Bigfoot when he sat next to my bed last night, and he told me he was real too. So I just don't know what to believe.
Did Bigfoot have pants?
I was sworn to secrecy, so he would take away my chicken foot beard scratcher.
I'm only wondering because where does he buy his pants? Because it'd probably be about my size, maybe.
The big and tall shop.
Oh,
well, if I could find a big and tall shop in China, man, I'd be set. So as it is, I can find some things, but you know how that is.
My wardrobe is exclusively from Decathlon.
Oh, dude, Decathlon. Bunny and I went there and we bought a winter coat right before winter ended for me. So
wore it.
Good timing.
Nice.
I wore it like once.
You never. Right? You wear it actually at the day you bought it, and then you want to take a photo at the park. That's all.
It was too hot after that. It was like this massive thing. So
you went to Europe. I asked you to bring the coat, and you didn't bring it. That's why you have to buy another one in Europe because someone said it was too cold.
Well, that's the thing is if you buy a souvenir in Europe, you might as well buy something that is useful, right? I mean, who wants a snowy globe?
Can't wear a snow globe.
Well, you can, but it's extremely painful and potentially life-threatening, depending on if you get bumped in the subway. So that's no good. So, guys, I want to hear all about you. Introduce yourselves. Who are you?
Hello, Uncle Foreigner is.
I'm Emily. This is Peter. We are two Americans living in Luzhou, Sichuan, China. We've been here for 8 years.
Almost 9.
Almost. Oh my goodness.
Oh
almost
my goodness.
9.
Yeah. Almost. I mean, here's a super exclusive. Today is our 10th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
How about that?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, but in America, it's today.
Depends on what country.
So who asked whom to marry whom?
I think you kind of asked me.
It was sort of a mutual.
It was very informal.
We had a lawyer involved.
He bought me a bagel, which is I would prefer it over a ring.
As New Yorkers.
So when you said you had a lawyer involved, did the lawyer ask the question?
You always go through the lawyer.
Yeah.
So, yes,
We're sitting at opposite ends of the table.
So I have a subpoena for you. It says, "Will you marry me?" Oh, and if you don't, I'm suing your ass. So
forever.
There you go. So got a couple of comments here. Straya says, "Congratulations!"
Oh, thanks, Straya.
Thank you.
And Jamaica Funk, happy anniversary!
Oh, thank you.
This is so weird. They're only people I ever saw on our computer screen.
Yeah, it's good. So the lawyer is always part of the culture. True story. So Bowen wants to know, what are you drinking?
Just I got coffee.
I have delicious water, hot water.
Hot water, because hot water cures everything.
Yeah, straight from the kettle.
Yeah,
it
took you 9 years, but like you're into hot water now.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm just too lazy for it to cool down.
So, Bunny, am I into hot water now?
Warm. I cannot stand for the hot at the moment, except for the coffee. Yeah, it's too hot. 35 degrees. Okay.
Yikes.
I have to say though, after being married to Bunny, I no longer feel the need for a cold drink. I mean, my water tonight is absolutely room temperature, and that's fine by me.
It makes it
But I
easier.
have noticed you go into a restaurant, like we went back to America over the summer, and I asked for a water in a restaurant, and I asked for room temperature, and they give me this look like,
What a freak.
what's wrong with you, man? So there you go. So here we go. And we're going to get into this more, but someone's asking already. I haven't made up my mind yet if Uncle Foreigner is doing documentaries or art.
Ooh, good question.
Exactly.
Is a good question. So let's jump the gun here. What is it art or documentary? Or mockumentary?
I think it's everything.
What? What? What do you think?
I think it's not documentary. It's not meant to be true.
No.
None of it's real.
But it is based on our life.
Well, yeah.
But all
as fictional constructs.
Right. All art should be based on your life unless it's like
art has to be based on something.
Yeah. Star Wars is based, I think, on
that's a documentary. A famous documentary.
Well, only Star Wars 1 through 6, because guys, let's be honest, Star Wars 7, 8, and 9 never happened.
Yeah. And it's all CGI, so none of it's real.
None of it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like
there we go. I've always suspected that Snarky is always in hot water. Well, there you go. Because hot water does cure everything, right? It cures the common cold. It cures, sniffles. It cures pregnancy. It cures rigor mortis. It's everything.
It cures sarcasm.
There we go. So before we get into talking about you guys a little more, Bunny, what's new on your end in Hong Kong?
I might get an extra holiday from my company. It's the entire company having an extra day off because of the COVID. Although it's almost gone. That is the thing I'm expecting.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm expecting as far as that.
I go back to Shanghai.
Get back to Shanghai. I miss you.
Congratulations.
I had this wonderful dream the other night that my wife was, laying next to me and giving me these soft, wonderful, sweet kisses. And I woke up.
It was Skittles.
And Skittles was. So.
Cat action.
Skittles is gay.
Yeah, I don't think he's gay. I think he's just affectionate. Although technically that means I went to first base with the cat. So.
Or he's checking if you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wants to check if I'm dead before he eats me. So
it's nice.
You never know.
What did I say?
So I want to know, as far as you guys, hello, Uncle Foreigner. Why do we name your channel Hello, Uncle Foreigner?
Oh, this is the story one. Ready?
Yeah. So our first day here, a little kid saw us walking out on the street and shouted that out in Chinese. And the person we were with, because we didn't understand Chinese at the time, translated it for us. And then I wrote a blog back in the day. And when we were thinking of a name, we're like, let's call it Hello Uncle Foreigner. So if you go to hellouncleforeigner.com, it's still there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Old style.
Yeah.
Old style indeed. Okay. Bunny, how do you say hello, Uncle Foreigner in Chinese?
你好，外國人叔叔。
Sound familiar?
Yeah. We say 外国叔叔你好。
你好，外國人叔叔。
Yeah.
Is that Luzhou?
No, it's just bad Chinese by Emily.
I also heard someone say why grow in today. No joke. I was at an IKEA looking for a couple things, and someone walked up and said something about why grow run in Jiba. And at that point, I was kind of concerned.
In a chicken bar?
Well, not exactly. So, Bunny, can you help me translate there?
I forget what Jiva is. More something related to your the very important part of a guy.
Oh, it's rude.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, nothing to do with chickens.
Well, not exactly. I think someone was telling a little kid not to peek at me in the urinal, but
good
there we go. So So, Burbeck. So it's Bunny. Can you help me translate this one?
你好，外国叔叔. That means hi, Uncle Foreigner.
There we go.
Yeah.
你好.
Everybody knows Burbeck's. Burbeck's has an urban exploration shtick, if you will. And if you haven't watched it, he just released a video recently of me as Professor James Snark, and he exploring a old Chinese MiG. It was actually a Chinese knockoff of a MiG.
What is your profession, then, Professor?
My profession? I'm not a real professor, but I do play one on TV and occasionally on YouTube.
On Burbeck's channel.
There we go. Absolutely. So, you guys, Peter and Emily, you call your channel Hello Uncle Foreigner. So, beyond the initial inspiration, why did you keep the name? I mean, does it mean anything beyond that to you guys now?
Really? Go ahead.
Okay. I like to think that we are all Uncle Foreigner. And so because you're all a foreigner to somebody in a different country, and so we wanted to be welcoming to the entire world while also maintaining some distance.
So that was my question, initially when I first came across the channel, I said, hello, Uncle Foreigner. And I was wondering, was Peter the Uncle Foreigner and Emily's the Aunt Foreigner or...
Some people interpret it that way.
Yeah, we like to keep it open for today's openness of PCism and inviting anybody to think as to whatever anybody wants to be or...
Yeah.
Well, that means you guys could swap roles too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
there we go.
Definitely the choice of like whether you put China in your name is something that you're going to be like, is this going to be like your identity? Like, are we so and so in China? And that wasn't a totally comfortable thing to do because, I mean, you might when we moved here. I mean, it was only a year or something we were going to do.
And at the time, we were like, and then we'll move to Korea, and then we'll move to Australia, and so we didn't want to like make it one specific country.
Right.
We were wrong about that.
Yeah, but we definitely don't like we wouldn't put China in the name now because we're not really trying to tell the story of China. We're not doing a documentary. We're barely doing a vlog.
Yeah. We just happen to be in China, but that's not our identity.
Yeah. And so Hello Uncle Foreigner encapsulates everybody anywhere in the world or outside of the world, any Martians or anything that might be out there.
And
we have seen a few Martians too. I mean, I think some of them are actually in the China vlogging community, if I'm not mistaken.
But why would you go? Why would you choose Lanzhou, which is not a common place as to most of the foreigners? The first place they went there. Why would you choose Lanzhou? Luzhou to say it.
Luzhou.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Well, it's basically we knew that we didn't want to move to a bigger city because we are very shy people, and we knew I specifically wanted to push myself to learn Chinese, and if we were in a city with a big expat community, I would only hang out with foreigners and only speak English. And we thought that people, even Chinese people in the bigger cities, were more likely to speak English. So we were looking at smaller cities.
And this one just came up because a coworker, his friend had been teaching here and was coming home.
Yeah, just by happenstance.
Totally. And so we're like, all right, well, let's give that a shot.
There you go.
Then we end up just falling year after year. I mean, our bosses kept asking us to stay another year. And we're like, well, it's pretty good here. We do like it. And then about 4 years later, we decided it was time to move on. So we moved to Lijiang for 1 year, which we didn't like as much. And we missed everyone that was back here, and we missed the sound of the city. And we realized that we really fell in love with Luzhou. So we just came back here. That's been the last 3 or 4 years. So it's at some point we were like, we've lived here for a decade and this is our town.
Yeah.
There you go. So, Bunny, have you ever been to that part of the China before?
No, it's not really common to. When we actually went traveling, we always went to the city that good, like easy transportation, or like you can easily find things that fit you, which is a little bit contrast of how you pick Luzhou. Because you want to find something that you can adapt yourself to really the Chinese life. But when we pick a city, like when we Snarky and I, when we choose a city to start with in China, we picked Shanghai. One of the reasons is that it's easy to find jobs. Because we want to attach to a multinational a national environment. It's easy for us to find a job because of our background. Yeah, which is it's just like two sides of the line, you know. Yeah, two sides of the line. Yeah.
Yeah, we thought a lot about like moving to big city, coming from New York City proper. Like we do miss the big city, and we every once in a while we'll think about like, what if we move to Chongqing? What if we move to Shanghai? But the falling in love with this little city is sort of like every time we think about it, we are like, but we know everybody here, and we've got a reputation here. I mean, there's only like between like 6 and 30 foreigners here, like during the year, like if that.
Yeah, it's not a very big
it's tiny
population of expats.
Yeah. And so that
unlike Shanghai, where I have literally walked into a shop in Shanghai and an old lady, like 60 years old, looked at me, took a drag of her cigarette. What are you looking for, honey? And it's like, okay. So as a result, my Chinese is, let's put it that way.
Well, I've gotten almost none except for niceties, but Emily studies like every day.
Yeah. Don't put me on the spot. It's not good enough. It's never good enough.
That's a Chinese side of her.
Yeah.
There we go.
It'll never be good enough.
It will never be good enough.
Now worried that like when Snarky leaves China, how many Chinese words he can speak?
At least three, but 2 of them I can't say in polite company. True story. So, you and Emily have been living there, but where did you guys move from in the States? What part of the States are you from?
New York City.
New York City. How do we meet there?
We worked together. Our desks were right next to each other. We
worked for a newspaper in Midtown, and we worked there for like 6 or 7 years together. She's a writer, and I'm the graphic designer. So like we worked on stories for year after year after year of like her going out interviewing the famous people and bringing all the photos back, and I designed the page, and then that just turned into a relationship, and then like a year later we moved to China and got married, and that was it.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, I just noticed we just have a super chat here from Straya. So as a wearer of many novelty onesies myself, I have to know, where did you get your giraffe outfit? Was it obtained before filming?
Taobao. And I got it for our school did a Halloween event, and I didn't want to get like a sexy costume. I mean, for kindergarten, that's inappropriate, but it's also like, I'm over it. So I was like, I'll get a giraffe onesie. And then when we started filming, we were just like, we didn't know what we were doing. So we're like, oh, you'll wear the giraffe costume, and that'll be a thing.
Wait a minute. You're saying a giraffe onesie is not a sexy outfit?
I mean,
it depends on,
non-traditionally sexy.
Hopefully not sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose, it takes all sorts. Okay. So you guys start this channel called Hello Uncle Foreigner. But where do you see yourself? I'm going to put you on the spot in the China vlogging community, or do you?
Very marginally.
Yeah. I think it's tough because we're like working on things that aren't out yet, but our real thrust is more like feature film or fictional film pieces, which are still all in production. But our goal is not to be vloggers. The vlogging kind of gets the word out about who we are. So then you'll watch our movies.
Right. The vlogging part is sort of like it came about as we're busy doing stuff. We're working on films. We're working on music videos. We're working on short films. We're doing lots of different art projects as a multimedia student. I mean, we both come from the art world, the media world. Like, we've made all of our money as adults, as artists. So like, this moving to China was a way. Initially, like, you were going to write the
novel.
You were going to write the novel, and I was going to get back to painting. And that kind of turned into like, we're teaching and trying to figure out what we're doing. And when we finally put together the studio of like, we both always wanted to do film. You worked in film in New York City. I worked in animation and comic books for years. So we're like, all right, this is the dream. We got all the time. We got the money. We're out in the middle of nowhere where no one's going to bother us. So let's start working on our art projects. And then the vlogging just kind of comes after that because we're busy doing stuff. Why not put that out and use that as promotion for what we're doing? And the more that we work with other people, other actors and videographers and things like that, and bring them into that vlogger world of our little Luzhou scene, then we hope to have like more other, like a few of our newer videos have had some of our friends in it and stuff. So we're trying to like make it less just a straightforward vlog. Like, that's just one aspect of what we do.
There you go. Okay. So, yeah, we're talking about the China vlogger community. According to Jamaica Funk, if you say the name Serpent ZA 3 times, it quadruples your viewership. So, have we tried this yet?
Yeah, we have. It hasn't.
Yeah.
So,
maybe
another
not
room.
quadruple. But
there we go.
It's always worth a try, though.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Bunny? Should we try that? Should we say Serpent ZA 3 times, see if it triples our viewership?
Serpent ZA, Serpent ZA, Serpent ZA. See, your number will go 3 times.
Okay. Is it working? Is it working?
Is it working?
Come on.
Beetlejuice showed up.
I'm not feeling the magic, guys. I'm not feeling it.
But Michael Keaton's here now.
I love the Beetlejuice reference. I got it. Definitely. All right. I want to move on to our next segment, which we're going to call What Would You Do If? What would you do if? But I'm going to need a little help for this one. So I want to bring in our secret guest. Yay! Secret guest. Secret guest.
Hello. Nice. Hello.
So, Captain Burbex, welcome aboard, sir.
Where's the captain hat?
Thank you very much.
Oh, where is the captain hat?
When I found out that when I found out Hello Uncle Foreigner was coming on tonight, I prepared some questions. You guys deep in this China swamp, this China quagmire. So I want to find out. I'm just going to give you some what if situations to find out what you would do in certain China situations. Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you warmed up? Question number 1.
They're ready.
They're ready. This is something that happened to me the other day as well, right? I'm interested. You're walking down the street. You're about to cross the road when the old man standing next to you launches a huge snot rocket right onto your foot. Snot rocket out of the nose. When you comment about this, he haughtily replies that China has a 5,000-year history of spitting on the floor. And if white boy doesn't like it, he should go home. What would you do in this situation?
You want to go first?
Let's aim that at Emily.
I have a policy that bodily fluids are always returned to sender. So, like, if my students lick me or whatever goes on, or they cough on me, then I always wipe it on them. So I guess I would wipe
do you lick them back?
Not if I want to keep my job.
There we go.
What about Peter? What would you do, Peter?
I can't actually. That's the best answer in the world. I was just going to say, I'd move out. I've never seen anything like that in our city. I'm sorry that happened to you. Luckily, we've never actually come across anything.
No one's ever spit on me.
Yeah.
Are they not big spitters in Luzhou?
Well,
Maybe they're
Not
more
so much.
precise. We
yeah,
have,
they're
like,
really good at it. And maybe that guy was really good at that.
They were
Taking a
aiming for
yeah,
it,
maybe
right?
he's precise.
Yeah, maybe they're not precise. Maybe they're just shooting off into the wind.
Oh, the worst though is when you hear it coming and they're like, and you're like, no, you know it's coming, but you can't get away.
Good. That's giving you a warning. Then you know it's like, heads up.
True story.
They could be on a scooter. They scoot along and then spit. So you kind of have to figure out the distances.
Yeah. Get out some tape measure.
Next question. This one's a bit of a magical realism question. You're at your favorite Sichuan hot pot restaurant. You stir the pot, but discover one of the fish balls has the face of Chairman Mao, who looks up at you with his tender eyes and tells you, if you don't eat him, he will make you the new emperor of China. A nearby customer overhears the fishball conversation and offers you 10,000 renminbi for your magic fishball. What would you do?
Ooh, I like
You
this.
go first.
Oh man, I'm not as good at the magic as you are. My thought. Well, I mean, what would I get out of being the fish form?
No, you'd be the emperor.
Yeah. The
Emperor
emperor.
of China.
Can I be some kind of emperor fish?
Do you have to be a fish to be the
The
emperor?
The emperor crab of China.
You'd be like Klaus from American Dad.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
I think that's a good answer.
Would you sell the ball, or Lucy in the comments is saying give the dude the fish ball. Yeah, I think I'd take the 10 grand.
Yeah, I would. How much am I getting for it? How much is this bowl worth? Can I buy a new camera?
10,000.
Yeah.
That's a decent amount of money. I'd take the money and run.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I think you'd be a good emperor.
It could be you could be buying me dinner, and I'd be saying, "Oh, that's good. Let's do that." I'm not the leader of anything.
The next one. This one is very topical. Donald Trump is planning to destroy China using a massive space laser. Which chrome-domed YouTuber's head would you use to deflect the laser beam? And I've got 3 choices for you. Primo in China, Serpentenza, or Nathan Rich. And I need a breakdown of each one, why their head would be suitable or unsuitable for laser space deflection.
So that's a pretty precise laser to hit just one. I mean, my first thought, just to be safe as a leader.
All lasers are precise.
Well, okay. Science. I thought you were the magic one.
Yeah.
Magic
one. Only the head of a YouTuber can deflect.
Yeah.
I don't really know who those guys are.
She doesn't watch YouTube.
I would say you don't watch your own channel. Isn't Primo didn't you spoof one of his guys with Taxi Driver?
Oh. That was all stuff that didn't include her. But when she was sleeping.
I woke up and I was like, what did you do?
I did everything.
They're gonna hate us.
I'm shooting lasers at everybody off heads. I would have to say just on sheer shine, Nathan probably got the most buffed.
Yeah.
If you're gonna reflect.
Because of his hat, that he have no hair, so it's strong enough to reflect the laser.
Just right straight off.
But what product does he use on his head? Is this some kind of laser deflection wax?
I don't know, but whatever he's doing, I wish I had that kind of like wherewithal to shave my head that much every day. That's
Bic it. Right?
Yeah, probably Bic, and probably like twice a day, I would think. A lot of
There we go.
I don't know. Nathan, he's got the shiny.
Wax their heads.
Wax
I think
their
they
heads.
do. Yeah. That's the
You
thing.
want to do a
Right?
4 version?
I think Nathan's got the reflectiveness, but Primo's got more area.
More head?
More head.
Yeah.
Well, that is absorb it, but it has to like strong enough to reflect it when it's going to destroy China.
He would absorb it.
What is to reflect the laser?
Well, clearly some of them have a nominal amount of aluminum foil in there, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what would be really, if you want to make a whole show out of it, is like get all of our bald heads and then shoot a laser to a laser to a laser around the country and deflect.
That would be
It
awesome.
would be like make a show.
Okay.
Like a laser
One more question before I drop out. You're at home at night, late one night, and there's a knock at the door, a frantic knock, and Sea Milk, aka Lao86, is at the door saying that CCP agents are in hot pursuit. He begs you to let him stay, but first he needs a disguise. You take him through to your secret costume department. What would you disguise him as so that the CCP agents would not discover him?
That's pretty easy. We already got one with the giraffe, right? That's the main thing we got. It's our main costume. Do we have?
But would you have to like instruct him to do the tongue thing with the giraffe? The like a giraffe.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
What is that?
It's a chicken hat.
It's a chicken hat.
It is.
Awesome.
Normally, when you think of a chicken hat, that's not quite it.
Yeah, it's more of a turkey or a.
We bought it for a Thanksgiving thing.
Yeah. I don't know if that would really disguise you though.
What about like a facial disguise? What would you disguise him as?
A real chicken. Put a real chicken across the face.
David Bowie as Aladdin Sane.
Yeah,
That's ironic considering Sea Milk actually has this whole thing about carrying around a live chicken in your pants. This was actually a shtick of his for a long time. Everywhere you go, if somebody says something you don't know the answer, you just reach down your pants, pull out that live chicken, drop it down, and just don't say anything and walk out.
Perfect.
Why not?
I'm going to get out of here. I love your channel. I watch your videos all the time, and I try to comment as much as I can. Everybody in the chat group, go to Hello Uncle Foreigner's channel after this, or if you're watching it, and check out their videos. And there's a really good one where they take the piss out of me. So that's even better. Thanks, guys. It's been great talking to you.
Love you.
Care. Thanks, James.
No.
Best adventure out there.
Great having you on, Burbex. So let's move this along if we can at this point.
All right.
So,
what else do you need to know?
Well, of course, a lot. So we talked about how you guys meet, why you moved to China, but I want to know, why would people watch your channel, Hello Uncle Foreigner? What's the motivation for people to watch your channel?
We're trying to figure out how to package us so that people would be into us. I mean, I think if you want a perspective that's different from the everyday, some might say quirky, some might say straight up weird. But we're hoping to show you like a different perspective on life.
Yeah, well, I think what we do have covered in this community is some how do you live here, how do you move here, tourism and politics, and maybe even a little bit of history and stuff. And we're not really interested in telling anybody to like move here or even come visit. We're like, our life here is great, and we love living here now for the better part of a decade. And this is what we do when we're here. Like, we're showing you what we do, whether it's making a movie or we're making a song or we're just hanging out with friends or we're just photographing
idiots,
just being goofballs, because that's what we enjoy doing here. This opportunity of living in China has given us the time and the money to be able to engage with our community. And I mean, like, a lot of our videos are just, I mean, we have a series, And Then Now it's called, that there's a playlist you can find of where Emily just goes like maybe on her way from work or something, and she just like films segments of our neighborhood, and we like edit those down into like little 10-second segments, and you can just see what our neighborhood looks like in a nice little edited, curated way. Like, we're just trying to show off what we see in China, not what China's about. Not because
we're not trying to define anything except for our own experience.
Yeah. So I think once you get past, like, I'm trying to win you over about China, we're just trying to say like we're won over, like we're fine, it's good. If you want to like use us as any kind of example, if you'd like a piece of that, hey, that's great. But you know, we're just doing what we do.
So 2-part question here. What makes your channel different from the competition? And do you see other YouTube channels as competition?
Oh, geez.
Well, I would say competition's a tough word, because I would say you are the biggest competition. What I've liked about your channel, I mean, we've been watching for I don't even know how long you've been around. What, 2, 3, 5, 10 years? Like I've been watching
6 years now.
I've been watching China vloggers since 10 years before we left. You are one of the ones that actually is you do writing, and you do setup, and you do videography, and you do editing, and you actually put a story to things, and you're not trying to be a reporter, you're not trying to be a teacher, you're not actually like giving this is the information of what you need to do. You're putting together a story, and as writers, both visually and writing textually, that's what we find the closest thing that like I get competition. Like it's we want more of you. We want to see people like SnarkyGuy out there, like people that are bringing in stories, whether they're about their lives or they want to make fictional stories about their lives, or include your Chinese friends too. Like show us the fun and exciting part of it, as opposed to like the vlogging world. Like, yeah, we vlog, we show you, like we go out to dinner and we sit around and chat, but like that's just kind of like a lot of that comes from I want lots of stuff to edit. I want to be able to go home at night and like put together a whole bunch of stuff and score some music to it, or use it as something to create. So the vlogging part sort of comes out because I just want a lot of work to do. So I don't think we really do anything like the other people. So it's more about like being a community, more like let's find other people with other talents to bring together. Someone like Alex Absolute or something that has videographies. I would love to work with him because I love the way he shoots things. Like that's definitely not competition.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys may be on a similar line of thought as me. Is I happen to live in China, but I don't necessarily base all my content around China. You know, I could do, SnarkyGuy videos virtually anywhere. So although sometimes I think Bunny would probably tell you, sometimes when we go out, she's like, can you stop filming? Can you stop filming? So what do you think, Bunny? Do I film too much?
Yeah, not even too much. You're thinking far too much. You just like, can I wait for 15 minutes? I want to shoot that video. Okay, 15 minutes later. Okay, I need 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes later, just like, oh, it's just 10 more minutes. So total, actually, like 40 minutes before she can go.
It's tough once you get the camera in your hand. You start seeing stuff, and you're like, I want it all.
I want to do this. I want to do this.
Yeah, I remember the first time, 2017, we went to Shanghai. It was actually the year before we moved to Shanghai. I was walking. We cannot hold the hands because he's holding a camera. So I was walking, like, all of a sudden, where's him? So I look. I have to turn back, and he was far away. I remember it was just like a 102-meter walk. It took me more than 15 minutes. And because a few steps, okay, 2 minutes, and then run away and then just shoot the video. And then a few minutes coming back, and then you walk, and then 3 minutes. Okay, I need a few minutes, and then you run away. That is
guilty as charged, maybe. So
owning up to it. That's a start.
Well, I know you guys are definitely different because you have the name of your music. You call that Western Toilets.
That's our band.
Is that just a name, or is that actually a label?
That's what we're labeling our band.
I mean, our band only exists in the studio and online right now, but
right, we don't have any other musicians.
Whatever our musical project is, it is Western Toilet.
Yeah.
How did we come up with this name?
It just the first time somebody said, like, early on, again when we moved here, like somebody said, like, oh, is there a Western Toilet? And I was just like, that's the best punk band I've ever heard. There's got to be a band.
We are Western Toilet. Just has a good sound to it.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like the Bill and Ted, Speaking of Bill and Ted, now I notice you guys lately have come out with a lot of parody pieces, which unfortunately some people are calling hit pieces. So what was the motivation behind making the different parody pieces of different China vloggers?
Well, that was all me. You can't blame her for any of that. But my thought, because she doesn't really watch a lot of the YouTube. She doesn't know the drama of what's going on. But I keep an eye on it. I've been keeping, at least for the last year, like a Reddit channel where I try to find like all the hundreds, and believe me, there are, of China vloggers out there.
Hundreds.
Yeah,
wow.
There's a lot of them. And from, if you count other countries too and other languages, I mean, I don't understand what some of them are saying, but like, so I've been keeping an eye on, and again, for the last 10 years, I've been keeping an eye as to what's going on. Not to like as a spy or something, but as a
market research.
Yeah, market research, exactly. And so things have been so like wild about having hit pieces, and I find it really funny. So my thought is like, why don't I just hit everybody in the silliest way? Like, and in fact, I think a lot of them are pretty, I gave them, I mean, it's a silly thing to do, like a movie parody. I hate the idea of doing parodies and satires anyways, because we like to do all of our stuff original content, but it makes it easier and more relatable for someone to go like, oh, I know that movie. So, and it makes it a lot quicker. So I can just kind of whip things together, like 3 or 4 of them in a day, because I want to hit a whole bunch all at the same time. So that everyone, all of the people, and I wish I could do more, but it just gets tiring. But yeah, all the people that I've hit so far was like, I mean, a lot of them are kind of compliments. Like they're movies that we all love. So it's not like I'm actually like saying the worst things possible about anybody. But if everyone gets a little jab, and because we jab at ourselves all the time, why don't we just like jab everybody and be like, hey guys, let's all take it down a notch. Like we're all a bunch of fools wandering around with our cameras going like, look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
Like,
walk around with cameras in our face and yeah.
Yeah. So let's just all like take it down and look at what we're doing and realize that we're here to have a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
China, we're here to have a good time.
Well, I was showing Bunny the one you made on me, and what did you say about that one?
It's only good things. That doesn't really say any bad things about you. But this is really reflect who you are.
I kind of liked it. They had the whole bit big. The only thing I was trying to figure out was how, when you did that parody, did you match my screen so perfectly? Here of me watching Big when that wasn't in the initial video. I thought that was pretty clever.
Oh well, thanks. I mean, I've got a lot of. I mean, aside from coming from, I was an art director for like big companies for like IBM and GE and doing animation for and working in comic books, and I mean I went to school for art, so like I've got the visual eye. It's what I've always done as a graphic designer and an artist, and the last like 2 or 3 years have been spent like almost like 24/7 working on video editing, so like breaking things down. Actually, that's one of the reasons why, if any of the videos where I've taken other people's stuff from, is part of for myself as an exercise to see, like, because everyone's working on like with different audio or different sound, like how can I take like 5 or 6 people, maybe some people don't have as good a camera or some people don't have as good a sound, and if I can put them all together and try to make it flat as one piece, like that's a big exercise for me to get better at the craft.
Oh yeah.
So
kind of like an exercise in stretching your own boundaries sort of things.
Totally.
So all right. So what are your plans for the future? I mean, how long do you guys plan to stay in China, or have you thought about that?
Yeah. I mean, we like living here, and we'll stay as long as they'll have us. We know that we can't permanently settle here, and global events being what they are, we might have to leave in a hurry, but we hope not. But we like living here.
We've been saying since like year one that we're like, we don't know how long we're going to stay. I mean, that's always the big question. How long are you going to be here? And once we've said we've been here 4, 6, 8 years, like it just becomes like, well, I mean, we live here. Like we start buying furniture, we start buying equipment, and it's you know that you can't live here permanently. That's fine. We don't really have a plan to live anywhere permanently, anyways. So
we all die in the end.
yeah. So you live where you are. Hang your hat where your hat stand is.
That's true. Well, depending on our hat. So definitely turkey.
Not chicken?
Chicken hat.
Chicken hat. So we know about where you guys come from, what you're doing here now. You were making some other videos with some other foreigners, you said. Tell us about that.
That's our next big project. We did one video called Foreigner Sees Foreigner.
Okay.
And that was just a little like 1.5 minute clip or something that we did.
It was like a test to see if we could write a scene and film a scene.
Mm-hmm. More like in the venue of somebody like Mama Hoo Hoo is somebody that we really have enjoyed that they're doing. Whoop, is that us? Had some crazy feedback.
Somebody's beeping. Who's beeping?
Oh, looks like we're good. But like Mama Hoo Hoo was like a big channel that we were looking at for inspiration. I mean, they're gone now.
Oh,
but,
Yeah.
But the whole writing and directing full pieces is what we want to do as our main thing.
Yeah.
So that's where we're really focusing our effort. So we did one little piece and we're super happy with it. We found some great people to work with here in town. So we started working on this project that we're in the middle of editing now.
Yep. We wrapped shooting.
Nice.
2 weeks ago.
So,
is there a big difference when you say foreigners look at foreigner in China or foreigners look at foreigner in, let's say, USA? That was something interesting, right? If you now you shoot a video in China to see what foreigners look at foreigner, but you shoot a video in your main country to see how foreigners look at foreigners. That would be a big contrast. Have you think about it? Have you thought about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's totally the point.
Yeah.
To us, it's always interesting. Like, because we're kind of weirdos in the United States. So, like, both of us grew up as not tragically so, but, like on the fringes with the cool art kids. So I think it's, like, valuable for everybody to know what it's like to not be the dominant culture group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Step outside the mainstream and feel what that feels like.
So,
there we go.
Having more empathy for other people that are different from you is part of one of the things I love most. I was just like thinking today about like a lot of the stuff I grew up like with comic books and movies and music were from other countries, as many countries as I could find. Even if I can't understand what the language is as a young artist, it was that I'm hearing sounds, I'm seeing lines, I'm hearing notes that I'm excited. That's what's so different about those things. And not that you want to like take them for yourself, but that's your inspiration. Like being here in China has been the inspiration. Isn't like, well, we want to make Chinese documentaries about China, or we want to tell people about China. It's as an artist filtering those sounds, those thoughts, those ideas, whether they're happening to us. Like we can't really tell a Chinese person's story, but we can tell the stories of things that like the Foreigner Sees Foreigner is exactly, it happened to us. We got into a taxi cab. We saw another foreigner. There's no other foreigners. Like there's only 2 or 3 that we know.
Yeah, it was shocking.
He's there.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So and the funny thing is that we did that piece with our friends, and afterwards, after we filmed it, we took a taxi we took them out to dinner. And in that taxi, that exact situation happened to one of the foreigners. And they were just like, the story
That
just
happened.
So it is, when you say like, what our vlogs are, or are they vlogs or are they stories? I mean, it's taking stuff from our life and just trying to figure out how to write it, how to put it into a piece.
But let's to promo our promo.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So working with that group of people, we were like, we got to write more stuff for them. And so we came up with a movie, and all that said about empathy is a short film about a group of people making a like restaurant review show.
Like a Food Network.
Yeah, like a Food Network
Welcome to Luzhou,
Yeah.
Sichuan.
But the premise of our short film is they all hate each other and don't get along.
Oh,
This is starting to sound more like that movie, The Slammin' Salmon.
Oh, I've never heard
I
that.
don't know that movie.
That was a great movie. You should look that up. That was a wonderfully terrible movie.
I've
So
definitely
terrible,
heard
it was wonderful.
that.
So
But it just happens to take place in China, but like our characters are the characters, I think.
Hmm,
there we go.
yeah.
So
All right.
hopefully in the next month or so we'll have that finished and up.
Yeah, we're going through all like the raw footage now, and then we start piecing it together in the real editing, and then hopefully, if you're interested, we can have the whole cast and the videographer and everything on for a show, and we can premiere it here for you.
I would love that. That would be awesome.
Sweet.
All right. I want to break away, and I want to play a word association game.
Okay.
Word association. All right. So here's how this works. I'm going to say a word, and I want each of you to say the first word that comes to your mind based on the word I tell you. Okay.
Pressure.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, and this is going to be for everybody, including Bunny, just because. So, first word, baloney.
abalone.
Oscar Mayer.
Oh my God, everyone's so fast.
That didn't go fast. It did. So, what was your answer, Peter?
I'm terrible at games like this.
He's terrible at
I'm
games like
really
this.
terrible at this.
Oh,
I'll pass.
Bowen says cheese. So, there you go. So, hey, Simon Barnes is in the house. Awesome.
Hello.
So, all right. Next word. You ready? Mud pie.
Popeye.
Worms.
Delicious.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, you know why I'm bad at this is because like my first story that I think of like mud pie is like when I was like 3 or 4 years old, maybe like my next door neighbor ate one and got sick. I can think of a story, but a word is tough for me.
Yeah.
I got too much to say.
There we go. All right. We'll move on. We have a lot of words here. Third word, gibberish.
Me.
That wasn't a word. I said.
What's that?
I love this look on Bunny's face right now. She's like,
What is that? What does that mean?
gibberish. How would you describe gibberish?
Like nonsense sounds.
So,
Words that don't mean anything.
mole tao.
Okay lah. Sorry, mole tao means something like hilarious, ridiculous in in Cantonese. You know Stephen Chow? Stephen Chow?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his movie is very famous for mole tao. That is the style.
Aha.
All right, moving on. Next word is oatmeal.
Delicious.
Breakfast.
Emily.
Because I don't like oatmeal.
I love oatmeal. Somehow, whenever I play one of those civilization games, I also name one of my cities oatmeal. I'm not sure why. So here we go. Stephen Chow is legendary.
Yes.
Nice. Quaker Oats. There we go. Okay. Next word. Underwear.
Smurf.
Hose.
Why?
You're revealing.
I think Peter may have revealed more than he hoped to just now.
I'm not standing up.
There we go. Okay. Next word. Freddie Mercury.
Say that.
Operatic.
Couch. I can't
Say
spell.
I think everybody knows. Bunny, do you know who Freddie Mercury was?
No.
So he was a lead singer of a band. So
I just heard of Mercury. The first time I know the English Mercury is from the cartoon called Sailor Moon because they have a Sailor Mercury.
there we go. Well, I love Simon's association with Freddie Mercury. His first word was Queen.
Yeah.
Oh, and but.
Not-
It's underwear.
Queen Butt sounds like a good band name.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it
my
was.
song.
So,
My
and I think
song.
both of them probably describe Freddie Mercury if you know his history. There we go. Okay, next word. Moist.
Towelette.
Black.
Sichuan.
It is moist.
We got a moist climate here.
True story. And we definitely have the moist climate here in Shanghai. It's like hotter than a $5 pistol outside. Okay. Snickerdoodle.
Cheese noodles.
I thought Walmart.
I thought cheese.
It's cheese
I love
noodles.
cheese too.
Yeah.
So actually, Bunny, tell them what you just got from me the other day was as far as cheese.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
You bought me something for cheese, an outing.
The cheese noodles, you mean?
No, you got me the night of cheese.
Where's the night of cheese?
I'm really interested.
Are we in the
Okay,
channel?
Okay.
you bought me the tickets with Su Hoi Hoi.
Oh, we bought a dinner like the cheese, more like a cheese buffet dinner ticket. So you got a ticket, you go inside they have a lot of different type of cheese he can try. But then he told me that the cheese is okay, but then if you want to get a drink, you have to pay at least 50 kwai for a drink, a Coca-Cola, 50 kwai.
Ooh.
You big city folk.
They had so much cheese there, it was unreal. And at the end of the day, I was like just holding my belly. Oh no! One more.
And
Oh no!
upcoming 3 days, he fought all the time, and the home is so stanky. I think Tito had complained a lot of times.
Thank you for the reveal. I appreciate it. Yes. Okay. Last couple of words. Okay. Hipster. Oh, that was totally a Mexican standoff right there. Nice. Okay. Now you may or may not know this word. Spaghettiification. Spaghettiification.
That's black holes phenomenon.
Oh.
Oh, look at the big brain on Emily.
We just talked about this, and someone in our comments was like, "What you're talking about is spaghettification."
Yeah.
Can you explain what that means?
So a black hole is super dense. It's, I think, like the densest thing in the universe. So if you're close enough to its gravity, it's gonna pull you in. But if the pull is so precise that it doesn't pull you in all at once, it like stretches you out infinitely into a strand of spaghetti.
Can't be nice.
There we go.
It's delicious.
Okay. Last word. Donald Trump.
Is that a word?
Technically, it is a noun, therefore a word.
I mean, as the last word, that's what you choose. I thought you were like a happy channel.
I am. But sometimes I just have to, poke the bear just a little bit.
Yeah. Disappointment, sadness.
I like the understatement of disappointment.
Yeah.
There we go.
Not great.
Well, we are just about the end here, but I want to give you guys just a moment to tell the guests where they can find your channel, what they can expect, and what future plans you have on Hello Uncle Foreigner. So
our channel is Hello Uncle Foreigner. If you just go to youtube.com/c/Hello Uncle Foreigner, that's us. On our channel, you'll find a mix of vlogs, music videos, a little bit of silly chat show, and coming soon, a short film filmed right here in Luzhou about what it's like to hate your coworkers.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
That's the big
We all
plan.
know we all love our coworkers so much. So much.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Bunny, who does not yet have a YouTube channel, despite my many suggestions of the such. So, what do you have coming up in the near future, honey?
I'll plan to go back to Shanghai very soon, and then to sit next to my husband to run the channel together.
Oh, that's a great one. Oh, hey, bro, Prime in China's in the house. You guys should make more videos being more normal, like this live stream. Wait, how do you respond to that?
Thanks for the suggestion.
Not possible.
Not possible.
We are normal.
We are normal.
But you do have to ask the question: what is normal, right?
Yeah. What is abnormal then?
Yeah.
Well,
These are all this may be the premise of our entire channel.
A lot of people don't do. Normal is the average of what everybody does. That's actually the definition.
Yeah, what I mean is when he say that when he expect us to be like more normal, that means what he is seeing right now or like what he has been seeing is actually not abnormal. That's why I say why it is normal with the double quote.
There we go.
This is true.
Jamaica Funk has a good comment here. He says maybe normal isn't normal for them.
Oh, he gets us.
Yeah, he gets it.
There we go.
When you go over to somebody's house for dinner, you try not to like trash the place and shit on the rug, you know? Be a decent person.
There we go.
What we do on our channel is that's more who we are, but
we could be presentable.
But we could be presentable. We do it up nice.
There we go. Awesome.
We're professionals.
There we go. Well, hey, I really appreciate you guys joining us. Guys, please, I have a link down in the description, way down below there. Click on it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, definitely do so. Definitely do so. Hey, we have a super chat. Someone is donating so Bunny can start a channel. Yay! Nice. Definitely. My point is, here we go. So see how the way you see them today is very different than usual. That's true. So going forward, as far as I'm concerned, guys, I'm going to be starting a new thing on my channel where I'm going to have like a little zipping around Shanghai in real time on the scooter. So it could be interesting, could not be. We'll see. It could be an absolute bomb, but like anything else, you never know till you try. Speaking of which, you never know, guys. Always carry and sardines. You never know when you may need them. I appreciate everyone joining us in the audience. Thank you, Hello Uncle Foreigner, for joining us, and we will see you next week right here on the Snark Lounge. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.